talking about how long you've been working, especially in that role, Power, right? How hard is it when you go into other sets for people not to just see Tommy all the time? Because
it's funny. I think that the Power show is so pigeonholed in a lot of ways that, like, when I was on Ozark, people had no idea. Like, the crossover audience wasn't there. However, on this is going to be the one where Tommy plays the lawyer. Right. Which is fine with me too, because it's so well written that Ramallah Muhammad does such an amazing job at making a 360-degree character that it's, regardless of how you feel about Bill Sterling, my character on season 3 of Reasonable Doubt, it's a different character and it's a real human being, because she writes real human beings in real situations. Nice. This is only the second time in my career where I joined a cast where I was a fan of the show. Wow. I mean, I came from Michael Ealy. I stayed for Emiazzi. It's like she is everything that a number one on a call sheet should be. She's ultra prepared. She's ultra kind, and you can't put anything in front of her she can't tackle and conquer. So it's been amazing, and I learned a lot by being around her.
You know what? I wish people at my job would hype me up like that. That is amazing. You see what you just did there, Charlene?
Well, she's always on set, I'm sure, every day. Okay, she doesn't miss him a lot of days.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man. All right, you're right.
He be the black man that do it to you. He loves you.
You said something interesting, though. You said that, when you did Ozark, there wasn't a lot of crossover there. So I wondered, does that hinder you from getting certain roles? Because they feel like, oh, that's Joe, that people might think this is a, Power franchise spinoff.
I don't even think about that. I feel like my job as an actor, I don't think about that. And getting more and more into producing, those are some of the factors. I mean, I think you're spot on, Charlamagne, thinking that people love to categorize stuff because it makes it easy. One thing I've learned in this business is that nobody likes to work hard and everybody likes things that are easy. So I feel like to break out of the shell, you have to do both of those things. You have to do things that are difficult and you have to want to work. So that's all I do is I try to progress and keep working.
So, Joseph, I know, being on Power all these years has been a blessing, right?
Amen.
But do you ever feel like, I love the character Tommy, I just don't want to get boxed in as the character Tommy?
Yeah, again, it's like I don't even think about that. Like I had spent so many years, as we talked about before, like 25 years in the business before I got the Tommy role. I got me out of that, paid my bills. Yeah. I still love Tommy too because he's a complex character. And again, talking about writing, Gary Lennon, who writes the Tommy character for the Power 4 show and was the co-showrunner of the original Power show, is a native New York son of Hell's Kitchen, and he just writes such a real character and is it's endlessly entertaining for me to discover new parts about this character. And still, as a guy that comes from the theater, that's a classically trained actor and all that stuff, it's like I don't think about myself as being pigeonholed. And I think that that's the most important thing, that I'm like, I can still play Bill Sterling. I can still play Frank Jr. I can still be all of these other things. So in my mind, I don't feel boxed in at all. Even though if other people judge me, again, it's like what other people think about me is none of my business. There's probably more parts of Tommy there are more parts of me that are closer to parts of Tommy than parts of me that are closer to Bill Sterling. Not. Well, I mean, I think in terms of emotional, not dealing copious amounts of marijuana and wetting people up. That's it. But it's fun to try to stretch, to have a guy who was special forces in the Coast Guard and this wonderful backstory of going to Georgetown for law school and really kind of diving deep in there, and also losing kind of like trying to restructure my body and losing like 20 pounds for the character to be a guy who was in the military and trying to work out the way that people in the Coast Guard Special Forces would have, to see if that physically changes the body to the character, to let the vessel be something different. So it was a lot of fun. Great challenges.